Content warning. This episode contains themes of religious trauma throughout the episode. This includes a depiction of a public execution. The scene starts at 35 minutes and continues on until 50 minutes. Stay safe. Marmaduke, come down from there. Well, you are being quite unreasonable today. Do you want me to call Azzurum? 'Cause I will. I will. I'll call him and I'll tell him that you're being a very bad... Oh, hello there. I didn't realize that I had company. That's right, Azzurum did say something about this. You're listening to the Strings of Fate podcast. My name is DeVille Starsong, and it's a pleasure to meet you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have pressing matters to attend to. Please enjoy the show. Now, pardon my intrusion of your space, Marmaduke, but it's dinner time, and I don't feel like... Marmaduke, no! In the early hours of the morning, at the cusp of when the Church of the Morning Lord awakens, and the dull flame of candlelight is barely visible from inside of the Cathedral of the Morning Lord. Inside, nailed at the pews, a young knight prays to himself, reflecting on the day, reflecting on the task at hand at dawn. He doesn't realize that there are two figures at the doors of the cathedral, currently plotting and working a plan into motion. Vincent, Azzurum, what are you doing?
Vincent, do you want to maybe go hide around the corner and I can handle this?
I just need to be within 30 feet of him.
Okay, go out to, the alley on the left, and I'll meet you there.
Alright.
With him.
Perfect.
Okay. Tiefling skirts backwards towards the alleyway where just hours ago he had sent in a small familiar to scope things out. Azzurum, the Church of the Morning Lord is open at all hours, even when the sun has long gone down. And as you pull open the door, are you sneaking or are you just walking in?
Can I disguise myself to be a child?
Yeah, you can change your height by, I think, a foot.
Okay.
So it would be like a, teenager maybe.
I'm 5'9", so I could go to 5 foot.
Sure, you could go to 4'9" or something if you want.
And I want to disguise myself. I would probably honestly just disguise myself as one of the kids in the neighborhood from Cineath, just because I know that off the top of my head and I can copy one of their voices.
Sure. Which ones? Squidly, Nat, or Jenks?
Which one didn't talk?
Nat.
So not Nat.
Well, they wouldn't know.
Yeah, they wouldn't know the difference.
Then I'll disguise myself as Nat then, actually.
Nat? Sure. You take on the visage of a young Cineath girl, though slightly taller than the one that you had acquainted yourself with all those months ago. You are in the clothes that Nat traditionally wears, sort of hand-me-down clothes that in this current state are a little ill-fitting, but also not out of the ordinary. And as you pull the door open, you hear the echo of the big cathedral door, and as you make your way in, you see the knight sort of stand to his feet, and he says, yes, child, are you...
Please, sir, please come help. I saw this man in the alley, and he didn't follow the light of the Lord.
Make a deception check with It's just deception. Let's just go straight deception. There's no advantage on this.
Come on.
Deception.
Yes.
Give me something.
23.
Nice.
What do you mean, child? What ails you?
He
Slow
started.
down.
So it's like fake hyperventilating. He started. I bumped into him and I was lost on my way home, and he started weaving his hands in a certain way, and I ran here as fast as I could.
Let us quick lead me towards this. I will keep you safe. Well, point me in the direction.
I'm gonna point him towards the alley that Vincent went towards.
Stay here, child. Stay safe. I will check things out.
Yes, sir.
The knight begins to make his way out. As he turns his head, you see, just as you leave his vision, you see the eyes alight, radiant flame, as he begins to make his way out of the church, push through the cathedral doors. You see that at his side he carries a sword. He wears no armor currently, but carries a sword forward, makes his way through to the alleyway. Are you following?
I want to try to follow behind.
Make a stealth check. Are you still disguised as?
Yeah. At some point, I would switch to disguise to look like basically like myself with like a black hood, so you can't really see, and then like try to have like some wind coming out.
That's fine.
Stealth?
Yep.
19.
Nice.
19. As the first hints of sunlight are barely creeping into the sky, this Knight of the Morning Lord begins his descent into the dark alley, not realizing he's being tailed on one end and awaited on the other. You hear Vincent from further down the alley. Hello? If you're there, then come out.
Dead quiet.
Hear the slow footsteps on cobblestone.
By this point, I would have disguised myself as the other disguise.
Mm-hmm.
And I would have tried to... I'm going to pretend to be the person that he's looking for.
Sure. You change your form from the form of that small child from Siniath to a now mysterious form, the face almost magically obscured by shadow behind the figure in the alley. What do you do?
I'm going to try to go up behind him, and with a dagger, I'm going to try to slit his throat, and yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Okay. Dungeons and Dragons is a game where there isn't a real mechanic for slitting someone's throat, but we're going to try to see how this would work. So there's something I need you to do here that is, I need you to make an intelligence check. What you're doing here is you have seen this happen. It's a lot harder than you think it is from Lidara. You've seen Lidara do something like this. You're trying to do a sneak attack right now. And if you roll high enough, then I will let this happen.
Come on. Please.
And if you roll high enough, then I will give you even higher than the DC I have set in my mind, then I will give it a critical.
Come on.
This is my solution to slitting someone's throat in Dungeons and Dragons.
Intelligence?
It's either intelligence or... No, it's intelligence.
It's a 14.
14's not bad. Go ahead and roll a d4 plus 3d6. It's gonna hurt.
I would have also probably put like...
Some Eldritch spin
Yeah.
on it? Sure. Yeah.
So, because I want it to like... I would have remembered that whenever they saw the body in the alley, that they made a comment about like how it was like full of magical energy, and I would have tried to mimic that by putting like my
Go
own
ahead and
elegance.
switch the d4 up for a d10 then.
Okay.
Eldritch
Well, if
Blast.
you say so.
It's the
Would it be
thing you can do, is it? No, just
Okay.
one for now.
2 plus... you
Plus 3d6. plus whatever your charisma is.
16.
16 points of damage. Here's immediately what happens. You get up behind this figure. You take your dagger, crackling with eldritch energy. You grab onto them as much as you can, and then you jam the knife into their throat, trying to drag it across in a clean slice. And you feel their hand grip at your arm, and you bury the knife into part of their neck, wounding them quite significantly. But they force it out. There's like, and blood is pouring down. But this person is fairly hardy still, and turns around to engage. I need you two to roll initiative for me.
Cocked.
Natural 20 plus 4.
16.
A natural 20 plus 4, 16. Sounds good to me. Also, are you having anyone else along with you? Bonnie, Renair?
I mean, probably.
Renair would help
Yeah, I'll
with this.
take Renee by my
I'll have-
side.
Bonnie can't do a lot in terms of, trying to make it super stealthy. You said 16?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Brandon.
Vincent, you see this person whip around to engage with Azzurum and to scream out that there is something wrong. Actually, I'll roll something when it gets to his turn, but right now that's what you see, is that you're afraid that he's going to scream out for reinforcements, and you're kind of next to the building. Let you move.
I'm going to try something.
Sure.
I'm going to try from my little corner in the alley to cast Phantasmal Force.
Mm-hmm.
And it is an intelligence save.
Intelligence saving throw.
And I'm using...
It's a natural 4 with a +0.
Dumbass.
Beautiful.
Fails the intelligence saving throw.
So what he believes... What he believes is that there's a... I don't know if this is going to even make this better or worse. A muzzle over his mouth. That, like a cloth, and then a muzzle over top.
Mm-hmm.
To make him muffled.
Interesting. Very interesting. The person goes to scream, and you feel them start going... trying to, but there's some sort of dissonance in their brain that is keeping their mouths shut. That brings us to Azzurum. That's your turn.
Am I still behind him?
He's whipped around to face you
Okay.
now.
So, I would probably cast Eldritch Blast at him twice.
Hit him.
The first one is
He doesn't have armor on currently.
11 to hit.
11 hits. Yes.
Oh, okay. Then I
He has no armor on.
It is impossible for me not to hit him. I rolled a natural one.
Oh, if it's a natural 1, then it automatically misses.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
It's okay. That's fair. I rolled a natural one. It's the way of the game.
Yeah,
You know?
it is
what
what
it
it is.
12.
Nice.
12 hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Jesus.
13.
13 points of damage. With how you were able to do this, that eldritch energy that you had conjured into this dagger, you whip it around and slice towards in a wave of eldritch force. Crashes into him, wounding him further. Now it's his turn.
Yeah, bitch.
He's running up. He is going to swing twice on Azzurum. I don't think either of these hit though. That's a nope. 1 8 and 1 10. Nope, absolutely not. This person swings wildly. You can see the sword starting to radiate with light as they are. Their mouth is pursed shut, and you can see them struggling to scream. That's their turn, though, as they swing out towards you. That brings us to Renair, who runs out from where Vincent is, takes the rapier, and makes...
Forgot that I was trying to
yeah.
be... I was trying to be stealthy and not be seen, and Renair's out here being like, hey,
Yeah.
Look at me.
Renair was there just in case. Renair silently runs out, hits with both of these attacks, actually with Renair's bonus. Are you all trying to kill this guy, like, outright? No more business, if that makes sense? As quickly as possible?
Yeah, and stealthily.
Okay, he's gonna pump a first level Divine Smite into the first one. So, he needed it. 6 plus 14 points of damage again to that person. Oh my god. And then another first level Divine Smite. Oops. 10 plus 19 points of damage following that. This person's still standing. And Vincent, you're on deck. This person looks bloodied, though. This person looks like they're kind of getting towards death's door. That's your turn, Vincent.
I'm like, God damn it, why won't you die? And then I will take out my crossbow and shoot.
Make your attack.
Thunk.
Ka-thunk. But
18 plus 7.
18 plus 7 definitely hits. Roll your damage.
4.
Azzurum, you're on deck. 4?
Yeah, that's 4 points of damage.
6. Azzurum, that's you.
I'm gonna cast 2 bolts of Eldritch Blast. Again, I want to specifically aim at his head if I can. I just want to blow that bitch up.
Go for it. Make your attacks.
The first one is 17 to hit. 18 to hit.
Both those hit. Roll your damage.
I thought we were trying to get the slit across the throat. Okay.
Well, we can't do that anymore.
Okay, fine. No, I was in character.
I'll be like, sucks. 20 points of damage.
How do you want to do this?
I want to literally aim the one at like each ear, basically. I want to completely just blow this dude's head up from both angles.
Since right now you're using the dagger, your Eldritch Blast changes a little bit. This is a flavor thing that I like for the Hexblade. As you slice out, instead of those boom, boom, those bolts, they are long, like, waves of slicing force that just fire outward. And as he turns, his eyes go wide, and it's just... and it's just...
Oh, disgusting.
As he hits the ground. And
Oh my god.
as he dies, Vincent, would you like to describe what happens?
As he dies, his body falls to the ground, and there's a moment where there's a dark shadow that comes from his corpse into the shadow where Vincent is currently hiding. And after a moment, the man walks out, but it's me.
Fantastic. Now, with a little bit of time before the rest of the church realizes what has happened and what is going to take place, Renair says, okay, where are we hiding this body? If we want to, then I can hide this body in a place that will be found at a much later time.
Okay.
That will take some time for it to find.
That would be good.
We will meet up. Bonnie and I will be outside of... Where would you like us? The entrance? We could try to get in from above.
If there's...
In the audience?
I don't know. Maybe the audience might... Benefit of the audience is that you're less likely to be noticed, but... Above might be fun.
Above might be fun. We're not very prepared for above, but surely it would be surprised.
What do you think?
If it's successful, Renair and Bonnie can just be in the audience, and if we just get out, then they can just meet up with us later. They don't have to like follow us, if that makes sense. They don't have to be like, they don't have to be on the run with us. They don't have to be trying to hide as well.
We'll have you in the audience then, if that's okay.
Okay.
If something goes wrong and we need your help somewhere and we lose contact, I will send Soup. We will find you.
Sure. Good luck. We'll be there. Renair slumps the body over his shoulder and makes his way down through the alleys, doing his best to stay hidden and get this play to a place where it will not be found in a way that will interrupt the proceedings.
And Renner, please be safe.
Right back at you.
Alright.
He smiles.
Azzurum smiles at Bonnie.
Bonnie. What? And then makes her way around. Makes her way around. We are going to move for. Well, this is actually also another thing. This happens when that shadow converges with your own. It's never a great feeling. It's a chill. It starts almost at the head of your shadow and then ends at your head. A full-body chill that extends further than you've ever felt. And you immediately know a lot. It's never a great feeling. You know this person's name is Sabin. You know that they were a recent inductee into the Knights of the Morning Lord. And you know that up until this past hour, they have been praying for guidance in the witness of their first tribunal.
Oh. It always sucks. It always sucks. I hate doing this.
You make your way in, Vincent, and as you enter into the cathedral, you can see that emerging from the back areas, you can see a number of the knights making their way through. And they say, the lead one, this grizzled knight with the hair pulled back. Are you disguised as well going in, Azzurum?
You coming with us?
Yeah. I'm gonna disguise myself as. I don't know if I should disguise myself as like a knight, like look like you, or I don't know how like close knit it is. Like if they're gonna recognize immediately, like you're not one of us, you know.
Would I know?
You get the sense that that this isn't like a. If you're here, you're stationed here. Like they would know you pretty well. So a guard of Wheldon might work. They might not know as to why you're there. Other than to just like you're early to see the proceedings.
I'd probably disguise myself as. I don't want to put Toby in this situation.
I knew you were thinking of Toby.
I'm gonna disguise myself as the other guard, not Toby.
Okay, much older guard with
Yeah.
a lot more of tired written across the face. You go in with Vincent, or you wait out there as Vincent heads in first?
I would probably go in separately,
Sure.
but probably not far behind.
Sure. Vincent, you enter in first, and as you do, you spend your time out in the main hall until you see those knights emerge, and you see the more grizzled older one says, young Sabin, it is time.
Oh, of course.
As that knight approaches, that grizzled one with the gray hair, this one that has battles written across his face, he makes his way over to you and places a hand on your shoulder and says, it's never easy, but this is necessary work.
I know.
Steel yourself.
Thank you for everything.
He smiles at you and says, if you need to talk once this is over, you know where to find me.
Do a deep nod.
He turns and he leads the knights and begins to lead them down into the dungeon. What do you do, Vincent?
Is there a moment where I can go back into the living quarters? Take a very brief look around.
This is not a very high DC. Make a stealth check. This is to...
Just as if I've forgotten something. and I'm
Exactly.
going back to get it.
Then make a deception check. This is your body language.
So here's the thing.
Yes. So here's the thing.
Natural 20
Okay. Yes.
plus 6.
Okay, so here's the thing. Immediately, you don't even have to say anything. You just start kind of patting your sides, and did you?
I think.
You're good.
I forgot something.
Okay.
I'll be
well,
back.
meet us down. Yes, that's fine.
Yeah.
You turn back and you make your way towards the back living quarters. Azzurum, you filter in slowly after as the nights all go. You see that there's pews that are in this tiered position over on the left side. You make your way into the church. Where are you going?
I'm gonna go sit in the front row.
You take a seat down in the front row, right and early. Vincent, are you doing anything special in the quarters, or are you just staying back and waiting?
I was going to take maybe a little peek around. I'm going to try to avoid that one door that guy was in, unless I can very clearly sense. If I hear anything, like any shifting around, I'm going to stay clear. I'm a little curious. I think that Vincent's kind of smart enough to know that if someone's been taken into like sort of a high profile prison, like this is a more than just like thrown in a jail cell, that like Lidara probably wouldn't have daggers on her, and he would maybe be like, she might have one or two in a pocket, but he's gonna try to see if there's any place that they might have, maybe not in the living quarters, but once I get out of here, maybe I'll take a look around to see if there's any other places that might have equipment or items from prisoners that have been taken down.
Make an investigation check.
$12. God.
12. Making your way through the living quarters. It's not hard to find a dagger that's been stowed away. There are people that keep them in their travel packs or in their nightstands. So you're able to pocket one or two daggers, depending on what you are looking for.
But not anything that screams Lidara.
Nothing that is like, oh, this is Lidara stuff, or this is Lidara's dagger. It's just
not dramatic enough.
Not dramatic, just a dagger.
Just a dagger.
You make your way back through, taking a peek into the other rooms. You find mess areas where perhaps is dining that takes place, or communion, that sort of thing. You find areas that are full of storage, where there's different things to replace what is out there, whether that be incense or candles or other ornaments that aren't being used in this current ceremony. And the last room you find is a very small room that's quite dark, with candles just like on an altar, and there's only like a place in there that's like a almost like a footstool that's stretched out with like a cushion on top in front of this altar, but it's very tight space. I'm not entirely sure what this room is for.
I'm gonna go in.
You enter inside. This room has a strange, bitter smell to it that you can't quite place. It's almost like burnt lavender or sage or something.
Get out.
You pull, as you go in there, taken immediately off guard by the smell, you back up and you bump into somebody as you feel a hand on your shoulder. Sir Sabin, as you look and you see the man from Soup's eyes, says,
Do I know his name?
no, Valentina would have told you. High Priest Morin.
From the Mantle of Whispers.
Oh, Mantle of Whispers also. This is High Priest Morin.
High Priest Morin. Okay. Oh, I'm so sorry. I went back and I was lost, and then it's fine. I'm sorry. I'm just a bit nervous about the whole thing. I've never done this before, you know.
The man's face has a smile across it, but the eyes just sort of look forward. That's all right. I realize this is your first time in undertaking such an endeavor.
Yeah, I just wanted to, see.
Yes, it's quite all right. I understand that the task I ask of you is monumental. But it is important for them.
I know.
Those souls are lost to magics that come from beings that seek to consume them and cause them destruction. Vondric gods.
I know it's necessary. I will do my task.
Good. Now, please,
Of course.
come along. I'm sure the other knights are waiting.
Thank you.
He smiles. And again, the vacant eyes look into yours.
Can I get an insight check?
Go for it.
Just have to make sure that it's the right one.
Fact. Make a deception check as well.
7 plus 9,
16.
16. While in disguise, I have
Advantage?
plus 5 bonus.
Sure. Go for it. So just +5 bonus to your deception.
Yeah. 26.
Nice.
Okay. He smiles at you and just says, first things first. Yes, you made an insight check. Just with a 16, the eyes unnerve you. They are light blue, and the smile on the face says friendly. But the eyes are completely vacant, just staring into yours, almost through you. But that smile widens again and says, now, I must prepare. And turns and makes its way down along the same side with you. Let's go together to the main hall. I'm going to cut over to you, Lidara. You hear the stomping of metal boots, many, many of them, and you hear like of the cell doors, and you hear from inside, no, and you hear people being pulled, come on then, and being pulled out until finally they arrive over at you, and it's that grizzled face of that paladin, the Morning Lord. He looks down at you and says, it's time, and is immediately two at his side head in, just pull you up from underneath, and Archie up, who's okay, and looks towards you.
And I give him a nod. I'm like kind of like eyeing, like, it's okay.
Archie steadies his breathing as he is being dragged down this hallway along with you, Lidara. You see 4 other individuals that are chained, manacled in those same iron gloves that are being led up. You see 2 of them just in states of disarray while the other 2 just stare blankly forward. And
Do I recognize any of them?
not from here, no. They just look to be people you haven't seen before. You make your way up the stairs, being pulled along. And at this point, Vincent, this is where we all converge. Azzurum, you sat and you watched as the sun began to rise, that slow pinkish hue in the dome above. You saw people filter in, and you hear excitement in their voices. Make a perception check, Azzurum, for me too.
What are we doing after this? I don't even know what the plan is at this point.
Perception.
Yes.
5.
God.
It takes you a while to spot Renair and Bonnie, who seat themselves a little bit further towards the back, but have spotted you. Vincent, as you exit, you see now those pews nearing being full. People have woken up at this early hour to witness what is happening, and you hear the quiet excitement, that hum of it that falls across the crowd. And Lidara, you hear it too, as Vincent and Azzurum, you see Lidara led with a bunch of other people from the depths by what looked to be, when you saw them go down, probably 10 of these knights. As they are led, you see High Priest Morin at the center of the altar standing, and
Can I say to one of the guards, can I be like, can I at least use the restroom before this? Is that even possible? You have no decency.
you are pulled forward. You say this. There is stoicism in their face as they look forward, and they bring you, as you are placed among these, in the center of this collection of marble statues, each of their eyes turned up in prayer. As you are stood there, High Priest Morin stands, and your pleas are left unanswered.
Cool. Would I know through my ability what Sabin's role would be in all this? Like if he is somebody who would interact with the prisoners, if he would be the person conducting the whole thing?
You know, purely based off of the fear that lied in Sabin's heart, that this was his role in this was purification, should they refuse repentance, and that this is the first time that he has ever done anything like this.
Okay.
You are
Alright.
beckoned over by the knights as High Priest Morin turns over towards the crowd, and you hear, "My children, we are here in this place underneath the sky bestowed upon us to cast salvation and the chance of it upon those who have been stolen from the light of Uldir."
While they are giving this lovely speech, I'm going to pull out a piece of copper wire.
You pull the wire as Morin's speech.
As long as I am out of sight, stealthily trying to be, I will send a message to Lidara.
Make a sleight of hand check. I think message is somatic, right?
There is a somatic component to it.
Make a sleight of hand check.
But my somatic component was going to be pulling it up to my mouth. But that's
I know,
still,
but it's still
stealth,
sleight of hand
yeah.
to do
Still
that.
do that. Oh, great. 15 total.
15 total.
Please, please roll. Please, 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 please.
You bring the copper wire up to your mouth and you utter a message. What do you say?
When you go up, refuse. And I'll make sure it looks like you're dead. You can respond.
This will play in. This is a pure luck check. I am flipping a coin back here.
Flip a coin.
That's cocked. Oh god. Okay. Lidara, do you reply?
It's in my head,
Yeah.
right? How many do I get? Like a certain amount of words? 25? Shit. Okay. Would I know where they have put my stuff? Would I have seen that?
It's
Would I have known that at all?
described. It's further. You have to go back down.
Down?
There seems to be a place in that dungeon where they're keeping equipment.
Okay. I'll be like, I can do that. Blink twice so I know who you are. My stuff is back down in the dungeon.
If one of them's like, oh my god.
I know.
No, I
Contacts
stare. I
are
make
acting.
eye contact with Lidara, and I blink twice.
And I'm like, oh, I got it.
As you are looking upon this, you can see that since there are 6 people here out of these 10 knights, that there is a knight behind each of these people.
Okay.
And that grizzled one is behind Lidara. But there is an open space behind Archie as the grizzled knight, Lord Sir Charles, that talked to you earlier, looks towards you, kind of does a head motion to
And
get
I
in
will
position.
Get behind Archie.
You hear shaky breaths that are being stifled. As Archie is down there, and as you hear these breaths, you can't help but feel your heart break, but you don't know why. The procession continues. We have a responsibility to right wrongs, to offer salvation for those who have been lost. It is a sacred duty, and it is one that we do not take lightly. High Priest Morin turns from the audience. Bring the first forward, and a water genasi over at the side is brought, sort of, no, please, please, and thrown down onto his knees as he looks up at High Priest Morin. He looks, and with a gentle smile, looks.
I hate it so much.
I hate
No.
this so much.
I'm so stressed out. I feel like I'm doing something wrong. I feel like someone's gonna die and it's gonna be bad. Also, I lost a D8.
Also,
D&D aftercare.
I
Yeah.
actually might need to
Yes.
de-stress after this. I'm really, really stressed out.
lost child,
It's awful.
you have been seduced by those forces of darkness. The smile drops slightly. It has been determined that the divine radiance of the Morning Lord has found those forces which torture you and weigh on your soul. And I offer you salvation and community. I offer you a chance to repent and to live your life in the Lord's light once again. I offer you peace of mind and heart, but should you refuse it, we will have no choice to assume that darkness has taken deep root within your heart, and your salvation will only be possible through divine purge. Do you repent for allowing the demons of the abyss to enter your soul, for bowing to false gods and your hubris which poisons you?
We have. Sorry, I can't let all these people die. We can't just.
No,
I can't watch
let them die.
and so we gotta do
It's up
something.
to you on what you're doing.
Vincent
It's
is
up to you.
there
itching.
anything that? Okay, let me think. What am I? Okay, so right now.
This is in the moment. So this will be slightly timed. At some point, it's just going to go forward.
Oh my god. Okay. So okay.
I'm
okay.
shackled still. Hands are tied.
So is Archie. I'm free to go, but
someone
I'm
behind me.
Someone behind you.
There's someone behind you. There's 10 knights. I can try my best to position them on a board if you'd like.
I'm gonna.
But it's mostly that they're spread out across the room.
I'm gonna try to make a ruckus so that they make me go first.
What do you do?
I'm like, fight me. I'm like, Kaka! And I'm gonna throw myself kind of at Vincent.
Okay.
Well, Vincent slash, you know.
The guy.
You throw yourself up backwards towards Vincent in a violent display. You see some of the knights turn and begin to try and hold
there.
you with Vincent.
Whoa, hold on.
This is ridiculous!
You will be subdued, and I'll just cast prestidig. I don't know.
What do you do? What do you do? Make a deception check first, Lidara.
Me?
Yeah.
Make a what?
Make a deception check.
Deception?
Yep. I'll use this one.
24.
You say this, Vincent. What do you do? I mean, you said you're doing something.
Yeah. You foul creature of darkness. This one should go first.
Make a deception check.
This foul creature.
That kind of sounds like what they would say, right?
Honestly, yeah.
Plus 5 plus 6.
Yep.
12 plus 5 plus 6.
Through 23.
Yeah.
The words of High Priest Morn are interrupted, and his mouth that was going into this shaky sense as the knights pull you two apart.
No!
Let me have
Let me
this
at
one.
him!
This one's mine.
Make an intimidation check. Or a persuasion check, not intimidation. Persuasion.
Okay. $17 plus 12.
The others turn and look, and Sir Charles bows his head, and High Priest Morin says, almost as if broken from this act, turns slightly and just smiles over at you and says, the darkness progresses faster and faster.
Lidara's like,
Do you drag Lidara forward?
Yeah, so the benefit of this is that nobody else has to do this first. The downside is I don't know what it looks like.
Okay. Yeah, oh, that's
pull
true.
Lidara forward, and High Priest Morin looks and says, do you repent for allowing the demons of the abyss to enter your soul, for bowing to false gods and your hubris which poisons you? Do you renounce evil magics and the practice of witchcraft? And do you accept the Morning Lord as your guiding light?
I look him dead in the eye. Deepest glare. I absolutely refuse.
It's my girl.
The smile stays for slightly
And then
too
she
long.
spits in his face.
He brings his hand up to his face and just wipes it off. His face not changing.
Disgusting.
Smile staying for a little too long, and then
I'll,
down into sadness, he turns and he says, there is one here that refuses. The crowd gasps in excitement as they lean forward. And you see, Sir Sabin, you shall lead in the purification rite. Your brother is at arms at your side. And you see two knights step forward as they place hands on your shoulder and then outstretch hands towards Lidara in the center.
okay.
On your word, Sir Sabin.
This is the fun moment where I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
are you gonna dimension door out with Lidara?
I was thinking, but I also have to get Archie
I
as
can get
well.
Archie.
I need to get my stuff.
Well, we also need to get out alive.
I need my stuff. Oh my god.
Trip.
What?
Trip.
I'm curious. What are you doing?
You feel a sudden chill.
What's happening?
Hold on.
Christine's like,
I'm so stressed out.
Christian, what the fuck are you on about?
Let me know, please.
There's a sudden drip. You feel a sudden chill of water
Can I look up?
dropping down your face. You look up and you're hit by more raindrops.
Am I hit or is it just Vincent?
You feel it too. From above,
I gotta keep doing
as the high priest looks on and says, well,
Where's the rain coming from? Is
sort
it visual? Is it just? Can I just feel it?
he sort of cocks his head
That's not out
and
loud.
looks.
Please.
It's real. It's water dripping down from above. And it begins to pick up pace. This.
I'm gonna look over.
Azzurum, you feel water begin to fall, and you feel rain begin to increase as a storm begins to.
What?
And the nights turn in confusion as this happens, as you are looking to perform this purification rite. And as that rain continues, there is a moment with confusion. What are you three doing?
My eyes, I'm going to use thaumaturgy to make them glow like I saw before.
Okay.
And they're glowy. And I'm gonna look around as I'm doing that. What the hell is Azzurum doing?
Azzurum, what are you doing?
Can I spot anybody in the crowd and like what's going on? People are confused by this rain, it seems. Like, what?
Azzurum is literally just chilling in the front row.
Oh my god.
Great.
Vincent's up here like
I mean, I can
scared
run
out of
up
his
there,
mind.
but I just don't know, like, what do you... I can run up there, grab Archie, and then fucking get away, but I don't know if you want to cause a whole scene.
You hear grumbles from the pews, a few confused gasps as people quickly try to cover themselves, and the drips begin to collect in frequency and number until it's unmistakable. The high priest stops. His eyes turn around. You hear Sir Charles. Dark magic is upon us. Ready yourselves, knights! And a crack of violent thunder fills the room, followed by light. A light that is not radiant nor divine. A light that is violent and crackling with natural energy, as from the pews, figures clad in cloaks suddenly rise. You see two of them disappear into mist, appear behind you, open the door, and you see the rest of them rush towards the knights. I need... What are you three doing now?
I'm probably gonna run up there.
As long
Okay.
as there's commotion and people are moving around and there's like, whoa, what's going on? I'm gonna
like break these now.
okay.
Break these shackles. I need these off.
I'm going to do that. I don't have a lot.
Anyone? I don't know.
This actually probably would happen first. The ones that appear behind you, one of them gets down to your level as the other one quickly, you see their hand outstretched and you see the knight behind you, his body kind of freezes for a second. And makes their way over to you. You see them quickly jam something into the lock and you feel them loosen around as they hit the ground. And you look up and you see a water genasi with turquoise braids, one pupilless eye and a large scar across their face. She looks at you and says, "You alright?
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Can you fight?
Absolutely.
What do we need you?"
What are we doing here? What's happened? Okay, and I'm
I
gonna...
need to grab my stuff. I need to go.
She
down.
looks over at you and sort of turns, pulls a blade.
Hold on. And I'm gonna grab Lidara by the hand and I'm gonna dimension door down.
Where are you going?
To the, I mean, to where the, to, as close as I can to the non-magical space that is gonna be going downstairs.
You all of a sudden are pulled backwards into you are slammed up against a barrier at the edge of the stairs, but you are still down there as the dimension door can't make it all the way down. Azzurum, you watch as one of these figures removes their cloak and reveals a massive, bulky fire genasi with spiked knuckles that just begins to go and tear into these people over here. Azzurum, what are you doing?
I'm gonna say, y'all need some help?
I'd appreciate that. And sort of gives a smile and a nod as everyone is in an uproar all of a sudden.
I'm gonna send a brief message after I dimension door to Azzurum and say, please get Archie. And that is gonna be, we're downstairs, get Archie.
That's
Okay.
If you want to respond, you can, but...
I think Athem's gonna respond, ha ha ha, no!
Azzurum, you leap into the fight. What are you doing?
I'm gonna run up to Archie and be like, I have to stick by you, but we're getting the fuck out of here.
What? What? You stick by Archie. These people, a group of people, mostly Genasis, are fighting and these knights as best as they can. It's a rough battle. You see like two. You see that big hulking fire genasi basically just pick up two of the knights and just roll around and throw them
He's
again
so
through
high.
the walls. You all are
They're so high.
making your way.
Whoever they are.
You see that same bar genasi come up to you and say, "What? So you fighting?"
Yeah.
Cool. And then goes through and gets ready to engage. Here's what we're gonna do. I want to see how fast you get into this, so
Okay.
go ahead and roll a dexterity check for me, both of you.
Checks, not saving throws.
Checks.
Love it. 5.
Okay. Just check.
I was rolling so good earlier. It's fine.
10.
Oh,
Let me try.
She's like, oh.
Oh, what's up?
rough.
10. It's gonna take you a little bit to get into this, but everyone roll initiative for me.
Hello there. This is Christian, the Dungeon Master for the Strings of Fate, and I hope you're enjoying episode 10 so far. With this, we have officially reached double-digit episodes, which is amazing and wonderful. Thank you all so much for joining us on our journey, and thank you so much for supporting us all the way to 10 episodes. That's wild. We don't have a ton of announcements, but I wanted to start with one, which is, if you're not a part of the community Discord, we are running a poll there right now to determine when to upload our live premieres. We have 3 times that we've narrowed it down that wouldn't affect too many of our viewers, and we wanted to see if there was any need to change or if there is a time that works better for people. So go check out that poll. It's in the community polls channel, and if you're not a part of the community Discord already, then please check out the Discord. It is an amazing place full of amazing people. Second announcement is that we are working on getting all of the equipment together. The episodes that you listened to on Wednesday and on Friday were recorded before we had hit our goal and thus before we had any of the equipment, but we have fully ordered it and it is all coming in, so we're hoping to get all of the equipment together by the next time we play, which should be this Sunday. So we will keep you updated on that. Thank you to everyone who's donated to us on Ko-fi. None of this would be possible without you, and we are immensely grateful. We're excited to get better quality audio out to you soon. Thank you again to Olivia at Dungeon Thefts for the dice that we're rolling in this episode. They are amazing. They are beautiful. We hope to have a video up for you soon of what they look like. But if you want to check out my set, then you can head on over to Dungeon Depths on Instagram and see beautiful glamour shots, as well as an example of the amazing work that they do. They are a fantastic member of the community, and they have an amazing shop, which you can find at shopdungeondepths.com. That's shopdungeondepths.com. Thank you to dnddisability.com for the ADHD supplement, which we use for our bard Vincent. Once again, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel, as well as to check us out on our various social medias. And as another wise man once said, get in the comments. I'll give you a little comment prompt right now. What do you think the Strings of Fate should do next? This one's more for fun, so you don't have to be super serious about it. Anyways, back to the show. Bye!
Right now, it's just Azzurum, Renair, and Bonnie will most likely jump into the fight because it looked like it's going to happen pretty bad. What everyone roll?
21.
19.
18.
18? Okay.
I
Okay.
was hoping she
Got it. Renair's first. Renair looks towards you, Azzurum. As the chaos descends, the crowd begins to part and run in different ways, and Renair muscles through the crowd, makes his way over, and as a knight is coming at you, goes and makes a jab for him first. Try a natural 20.
Oh my
he's gonna
God.
Go ahead and roll that plus a...
Dreamy side.
Okay. Oh, sorry, I should have just done one. 5 plus 10 plus 24 points of damage to the first person that comes at you, which is just a random knight. He says, "You alright, Azzurum?"
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Oh, good. And then makes another attack. Doesn't hit, but it's just ting, 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 fighting. Dar and Vincent aren't here yet. Azzurum, that's you. There's basically around you, there's 2 knights rushing. There's that grizzled knight coming over from the side that's noticed you. And then there's High Priest Morin, who is just looking around. looking at what the best thing he can do is.
Haven't had
As a
contact.
bonus action, I'm going to cast Hex at the High Priest.
Hex at the High Priest. That's a wisdom saving throw.
It's a. I just place a curse on them.
Gotcha. Is that Hexblade's curse or Hex?
Hex.
Hex. Okay. There's no save on Hex.
I don't think so.
No, you're right. There
Yeah.
it is. Yeah. Boom. There's a You outstretch your hand, and whirling silver electricity just leaps from your hand and begins to whirl around the body of High Priest Morin, who looks over at you and says, "Corruption."
And he now has disadvantage on all wisdom saving throws.
Gotcha.
Fuck yeah!
I'm gonna cast Phantasmal Killer at him.
Okay. Tell me what the fuck Phantasmal Killer does.
It's.
Oh my god.
You tap into the nightmares of a creature you can see within range, and an illusory manifestation of its deepest fears, visible only to that creature. The target must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the target becomes frightened for the duration. At the end of each of its turns before the spell ends, the target must succeed a wisdom saving throw or take 5d10 psychic damage.
What the
Holy
That is
shit.
Okay. Wisdom save
my
on this
God.
person. At disadvantage.
Yeah.
Good thing that I had disadvantage because that was also a natural 20. But that is 13.
13?
13.
Doesn't save.
Oh no, sorry. 17.
Doesn't save.
Shit.
Spell save DC is 18.
Yeah. 17. Shit, yeah, that's it, yeah.
Jesus!
You see High Priest Morin turns towards you, the face still calm, and then you see the eyes kind of blur as he looks upward. He says, "What?" As if he's shielding his eyes from something. That
greatest
is
fear
your
god.
turn. Despite being frightened, steals himself slightly, and is going to use a 4th level to cast Spirit Guardians. The area currently is rough, as all of a sudden you see cherub-like creatures fill the space and begin to fire beams of light down. That, I don't think there's actually a thing for that. So, Spirit Guardians, when does that take place? Okay. When does it do damage?
At the end of
Fifth?
his turn.
At the end of its turn. Go ahead and roll your damage, and we'll roll it like that. I'll say that he saves, so that means you'll do the damage, but then the effect will end. So give me the damage.
Light that motherfucker up.
That
25
motherfucker
points
up.
of damage.
25.
25 points of damage as you see him claw at his skin as he's and then his eyes open clearly, looks back at you. That brings us to Bonnie. Bonnie immediately takes some damage and fails the saving throw, so immediately takes some damage. Gonna take full damage. No, Bonnie's not there yet. Sorry. Bonnie is going to make their way through, and is probably going to stay at a distance and shoot just the main-looking guy, the big knight. Doesn't hit. Doesn't hit.
No.
Doesn't hit.
No.
All 3 don't hit. As just boom, boom, boom. 3 bullets fire out from the guns and clink, 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 bounce off of the powerful armor. That brings us to that main person who sees you attacking the High Priest and runs towards you with a long sword. Is this the right one?
It's a big old
Long
sword.
sword in hand. First attack hits. Natural 1.
Nice.
Second attack, 15 points of damage as on the first hit. as the sword comes up and strikes you in the side. That brings us to the other paladins. One runs up on Renair, strikes twice. That one hits. That one also hits Renair. Both of those hit Renair. They're also going to use Divine Smite on Renair. 23 points of damage for the first one, and 43 points of damage to Renair.
Lord, leave that boy alone.
You hear him cry out in pain as the swords hit him hard.
Jeez.
Back at the that's both of their attacks though. Back at the top of the round is Renair, who is going to retort back as best as he can. Hits both those attacks. No. Only hits. I don't think he hits either of those actually. No, he hits one of them. So he'll. It's just Divine Smite battles. 5, 9, 18 points of damage to the first one again that struck him. Moving back down the list. Go ahead and roll dex checks for me. Both of you.
Come on.
To see if you enter this fray.
What was it?
Dex.
10.
10?
Yeah.
Not a save, right?
Just check.
13.
10, 13 is better. We're going to say that next round you are heading up. You are able to get into the area where all the weapons are being kept,
I can
able to
my-
find your own, and then dash back.
Are there still people down here?
There are still people down here.
I think what I'm thinking.
I'm thinking that.
Depends on what you want to do.
I would like to go to the cell and I would like to try and get as many people out as I possibly can.
Here's what we'll do. Go ahead and make a dexterity. Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check. And yeah, that's it. And I have a clock back here that I will fill out.
I have a thing just in case that doesn't work.
Sure.
17.
You rush back with just the basic of tools. Lidara is fast with the cunning action. That's a success as you release a first batch of prisoners who open the door. They kind of back up.
It's okay. You're free. Just get out as fast as you can.
They muscle past. They have the manacles on, but they're still going to try to make a run for it.
I would like to go to the cell of the guy I was talking to before.
That'll be on the next one.
Okay.
Vincent, are you doing anything specific here?
I'm gonna go to that one.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use heat metal and melt the bars.
Interesting use, and I agree with it.
Using it at
Go-
3rd level.
Yeah, sure. You, I'm gonna fill in another bar of the clock. The bars begin to melt to the point that you can just basically take any sword you have and just kind of push it aside and start getting an opening for them to slip out. Vila's there. What's going on?
We're
Out now.
yeah,
Come on.
Just get out. We
Okay.
don't have time.
All right.
If you can fight, you can help us. If not, get out.
Okay. Kind of raises up the manacles. I'll let you for free take Vila's manacles off. Make a sleight of hand.
Cool.
Or don't even roll for this one. It's they're easy to get off for you. Get the manacles clatter to the ground, and Vila says, "I'm joining the fight."
Nice.
Absolutely.
Makes
Here's a
his way-
dagger. And I gave the dagger that I found.
All right. Makes his way out. Back.
Sorry, I
Yes.
found my stuff, right?
You have most of your stuff. You
Okay.
can go back and get the rest, but it's more of a rush to get back into the fight. Azzurum, that's
We
you.
can get it later.
So who is coming at me right now?
Currently, with coming at you,
points
High Priest
down.
Morin looks like he's still focused on you. It looks like the big paladin that you met when you were first found the body is coming at you, but the other two are focused on Renair.
Save my fantasy boyfriend, please.
Archie is completely thrown himself to the ground and is
Aw.
trying to protect himself. You can hear muffled shouts from below as he's trying to inch himself away from the battle.
Is there a group of priests or anything that that are not engaged? It's just is there a separation between the people, the priests and us, and or is it all just kind of mixed together?
There's a huge brawl happening right now, and you can see that the Genasi's that rushed from the stand, they're having their own fight. I'm rolling for them to see who wins between the Genasi's and the Paladins, but you can see the Genasi's are kicking ass right now. Like, they're fighting as hard as they can with weapons and magic, from what you can tell. Like, you can see bolts of fire and bolts of like electricity firing outward. The priest is pushed himself somewhat backwards to separate. And this is a good point. Go ahead and roll for Spirit Guardians, roll a Wisdom saving throw. Which is...
Oh, me?
Yes, that's you. Because you're still within where these cherub-like creatures are attacking you.
Wisdom
so
save?
is Rainier. Rainier takes damage too.
Wisdom save?
Wisdom save.
19.
You both take the same... You're going to take half of this. 14, 19, 22, half to 11. Rainier takes the full damage.
Jesus.
Sadly. Oh, actually, Rainier
Is he doing okay?
is rolled...
Save him.
Did he roll enough for this? I'll have to check. He's looking rough. Rainier's looking rough. Rainier's taking a lot of hits here. Spell save DC is... Yeah, Rainier passes. Rainier passes, so he takes half, which is also 11. But now you can do your turn. But the priest, there's no like full separation. You can see people are trying to get to like a protective circle, but like they're being held off by these massive fucking Genasi that are attacking them.
And who's fighting Rainier? Is there anyone fighting Rainier?
2 paladins are fighting Rainier. 2 of them are engaged, like slicing at Rainier.
I'll cast 2 bolts of Eldritch Blast at them.
Hit him. Go for it.
The first one is 15 to hit.
15 to hit.
Second one, natural 1.
So the first one, 15 to hit does not hit, unfortunately, with these fellas. The Eldritch Blast dissipates across the armor, which is very, very strong. Anything else? Bonus action?
No.
Reaction?
Anything?
No.
The High Priest, Mulrin, looks towards you and says, "Foul corruption."
Yeah, I like to lick the devil's asshole. What about it?
You go ahead and make a charisma saving throw.
Charisma saving throw?
Yeah.
Come on!
I would love to. I would love nothing more.
Suck my ass! And then saves.
Charisma saving throw, 17.
17.
Right here.
You feel light pouring downward from above, and you feel yourself being pulled away from the fight, and then you feel crackling energy just break the light itself. That a small moment of shadow surrounds you, and then back to normal as Warren's hand is outstretched. That's his turn. His movement, he's going to try and get farther away from the fight to get out of range. That's Bonnie. Bonnie is going to focus on helping Rainier.
Come on, Bonnie.
Hits. Doesn't hit. Hits.
Nice.
Those hit. Bonnie is going to go ahead and shoot. Bonnie.
Come on, exploding
Shit,
dice.
4. Let's get those exploding dice in here. Okay. Close. 19 points of damage to the one facing Rainier as the bullets find some purchase into the armor. This one's looking fucked up. That brings us to the person attacking you and just slices out
It is spicy for us.
with that long sword. 2 of these hit. 19 points for the first one.
Heal himself.
19 points for the first one. And 22 for the second one.
To me?
Yeah. 19, 22 for a total of 41. What are you doing?
Ooh.
You are very much in trouble currently as you feel the swings of this paladin. That brings us to the paladins attacking Rainier.
No!
Rainier, they're gonna take shots on Rainier.
Oh my god, 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 oh my god.
Those hit.
No!
They're not going to. They don't have a lot of spell slots like the other one does, but they will have enough to use. Rainier's hurt very badly. Rainier is going to have to cast something to sustain himself here. Rainier is going to go ahead and just hit himself with that Cure Wounds at 3rd level. 18 points of health, enough to keep him afloat. As he's breathing heavily. He's outnumbered, and these people hit much harder than he expected. That's Lidara, your turn.
Yes.
Do you want to keep releasing people, or are you running out to fight? It's up to you. People are joining the fight, and it's giving the people who are fighting advantage. And once that happens,
Is there anywhere I can see like a ring of keys anywhere?
make a perception check.
Okay. So like if I could just throw them
Just give it to
keys
somebody
then
and like have somebody else do it.
I'm too powerful for this shit. I can't-
I'm too important.
What was it?
Perception.
24.
24. Yeah, you're able to scour the place looking, and there is a set of keys that is hidden alongside the wall. You're able to give them to somebody?
Yes, I would like to give them to someone and be like, get them out, please.
Okay. You give them, and they start passing around and getting people unlocked. What are you two doing?
I'm already
Working it.
gone. I'm like, that was that you got it? Okay. And I'm up. I'm running out.
Yeah.
I'll say, Lidara, you can probably get up there. Let me just roll it. You can both get up there.
Okay, cool.
You both rush up the stairs, burst through Vincent and Lidara. You see Renair in dire peril, like holding onto his sides, bleeding.
Jesus.
You see Bonnie ineffectively trying to shoot at one of these people. You see this massive brawl happening between these Genasi and the rest of them, and you all also see the prisoners that you released like rise from the back as you see the one water Genasi trying to unlock their shackles basically and get them free and give them weapons.
Where's the high priestess?
High priest is over near the altar making a retreat backwards to get away from Azzurum.
Okay, I would like to. Can I still do something? So
Yes, you can, sure.
Okay, I just would like to try and sneak my way so I can try to get behind him so I can eventually sneak attack him or something.
Okay. You'll be able to get close to him, but next turn will be your sneak attack.
That's fine.
Vincent, you're up. What are you doing? You see this fight.
Oh boy, I'm gonna get for my bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get within 50 feet of all my party members, and I'm gonna cast Mass Healing Word.
Okay, go ahead.
At
Azzurum, you're up next.
I'm gonna do it at a 4th level.
Vincent, you cast Mass Healing Word. How much did that do?
11 points of healing for everyone.
11 points. Awesome. Okay.
Just something. And then that was my bonus action. For my action, I'm going to engage with one of the people who's fighting Renair.
Gotcha.
And I'm going to take out my sword, and I'm gonna start swinging, and I'm gonna say, "What did I tell you about being safe?"
Make your attacks.
Here we go. Here we go. Natural 1.
You swipe out. Go for it.
I'm gonna use a luck point.
Go for it.
Come on. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 18 plus 6.
18 plus 6 hits. Go ahead and
I'm
roll
like,
some
I never
damage
use
for me.
these. I never use these points. And I'm gonna pump in a fun little psychic blades.
Go for it.
21 extra points of damage. There you go.
Renair is haggard, breathing. And his combat senses are dulled at being assailed endlessly by 2 of these paladins of the Morning Lord. You can see him getting sluggish. You see his blood leaking. A comforting voice, a healing word hits his ears, and as one paladin swings, a sword pierces into the paladin, through the armor, into the chest. The paladin hits the ground, dead, and Renair looks up and just sees you holding your sword piercing the armor of the paladin. And Renair just smiles. Sorry. Looks like you're saving me again.
Come on, get up.
Okay, that paladin is completely dead. That brings us to Azzurum.
Dead.
Completely dead. Azzurum, that's you. You are currently being attacked by one of the head paladins of the church currently, who's trying to basically take you down.
I think we should get out of here.
I want to kill that guy.
I'm gonna die.
Okay, yeah.
Azurum's gonna grab Archie
Okay.
and Thunderstep out.
First things first, there's an attack. No, there's not an attack of opportunity. As you turn, you run, you grab Archie. What level is Thunderstep being cast at?
The only level I can cast it at, which is 5th level.
Okay, gotta roll. He's gonna roll his
Constitution
counter
save.
spell.
Counter spell.
He's gonna roll a counter
Can
spell.
you counterspell a counterspell?
You can. You see him outstretch his hand, and it looks like it's about to take fruition because he rolled high enough to counterspell Thunderstep. What are you doing?
I see Azzurum reaching for Archie, and I will snap my finger and try to counterspell his counterspell.
What level?
Shit. I don't ever use counterspell very often.
It starts at 3rd, and then you can make it a
Yeah.
higher level if you'd like.
I'll go ahead and do it at 4th. Wait.
You fuck. That's exactly the level he cast it at. You
Yeah.
cast it at 4th level. It's the highest spell slot. He outstretches his hands to try and stop Azzurum. You feel your magic's being stopped, the thunder not collecting. And Vincent, as you save Renair, you turn, snap your fingers,
Oh shit.
and that force, that light that was tearing away at the thunder, pulls back, and you grab onto Archie and are gone.
Who was anyone next to me?
Probably not anybody that would take a ton of damage. Archie got pretty far from the fight.
Anyone within a 10 feet radius of me?
Sure, I'll say one of the paladins was. And he
Okay.
fails. So go ahead and roll your damage for that one.
For Thunderstep.
And a 5th level.
I'll say the big one was
Use like 4
there,
abilities in
turning towards you
one turn.
to stop
He's like,
you from counters, stop you from doing that.
34 points of damage.
Shit. This person, this high paladin of the Morning Lord, swings out, tries to stop your Thunderstep, and as his holy magic is denied, he feels pure force that pushes him backwards. He takes a good amount of damage, and you are gone with Archie. You are out of there. We will get to what is happening with you in a second. That brings us to High Priest Morin. You are near him, right?
Yes.
I'm in danger. Lidara is in
He
danger.
turns towards you. First of all, make a wisdom saving throw. This is for entering Spirit Guardians.
I would also, I want to do it like stealthily. I want to try to sneak so that he doesn't see me.
Make a stealth check.
Okay. Thank God. 26.
Yeah, he doesn't see you. But it's still his turn, so he doesn't see you, but you just make the wisdom saving throw really quickly. This is to save against Spirit Guardians.
Ooh. That's a 6.
Okay, you're gonna take this damage. Full damage. 18 points of radiant damage as the cherub-like creatures bombard you with light. High Priest Morin doesn't see you though, as you're trying to get away.
Is for Hex, do I have to roll concentration, or is it just?
I think it is concentration checks. So go ahead and just roll, I say 3. If you get below 10, let me know. Just roll 3 Constitution saving throws.
I'm pretty sure that's below.
Okay.
And the first one passed, the second one didn't.
Hex drops. And so next thing that needs to happen here, because I can't see you, what would High Priest Morin?
Did I make my turn yet? Did I?
Not yet.
okay.
This is, you're gonna get the next one. High Priest Morin is gonna just heal himself. A powerful heal. Actually no, we'll just use a regular cure wounds. High Priest Morin basically heals himself. You see his wounds basically close, turning around, looking to invoke wrath upon the Genasi and those who would interrupt this ceremony. But that's all he can do his turn. Bonnie looks towards you and says, "Are we leaving or fighting?"
If we can, we should leave.
Okay. And Bonnie turns and starts making her way to the door. that brings us to this big head paladin turns around. Who's no, you snuck, so I can't even see you.
Just us two.
It's gonna have to run towards and flank you two. Back to back. He's gonna go for Renair. Cocked natural 20. I can't do that. Alright, these last two. Okay. Oh man. Only one of those hits. That's gonna suck. He's gonna have to pump a big second level Divine Smite into it in order to get anything out of it. 7, 14, 21, 22 points of damage. Renair is hurt back to very hurt again. But that's all that person can do. Now this person is going to make the attack on you. This time it might not hit. Let's see. 12.
Doesn't hit.
Fuck. Well, swings out towards you. Doesn't hit.
Nice.
Renair turns, looks, and says, "What are we doing?" As you are flanked on both sides, basically, by one paladin on one and the other one. Renair turns over to you. What are we doing?
I'm gonna grab him by the hand and I'm going to dimension door out.
Okay, this is, you have to wait for your turn. So
Yeah,
it's Renair's turn currently.
Whenever I do that, I'm gonna be like, heal yourself as best you can, we're getting out.
Okay, Renair's gonna use the next spell slot to heal himself. 15, 20, 20 points of health to himself. Oh no, 22 points of health to himself. Renair's doing fine again. Very hurt, very good. Next is Lidara. You're sneaking up on High Priest Morin. Go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw for Spirit Guardians first.
Lidara, you're gonna be in there by yourself.
God. 7.
I wanna get out.
Take this damage. 16 points of radiant damage from the cherubs, but High Priest Morin doesn't see you. As you approach,
Can I drink a healing potion really quick? Is that possible?
yeah, we have a little house rule here, basically. If you want to do it and still attack, it's a bonus action, and you roll your dice. So
then
2d.
I wouldn't be able to use any other...
No, you'd be able to attack. Basically, if you use your full action to drink a healing potion, I just give you the full healing potion.
So then what do I do?
2d4 plus 2.
4 plus 2.
6 points of healing to you as you feel a little bit better from the burning of the radiant light. You sneak up on Priest Morin.
Jim.
What are you doing?
What are you gonna do?
How bad is he looking?
He doesn't look bad. He recently healed himself. He looks pretty fresh to the fight. He looks confused and angry, but
You did see Azzurum thunderstep out, and you probably saw maybe Bonnie leave too.
you saw Bonnie leave. But you're
You can
going
do whatever
for
you
this.
want,
Go
yeah.
for it.
Then I would like to...
First, make a perception check.
Okay. If you say so. 29.
Under the cloak of the this is a small thing, but underneath the cloak of the priest, where you can see like the actual church garb, it's more like a flowy robe sort of situation. You can see across the belt there are several potions of like a sludgy type like substance. You're not entirely sure what they are, but they're just encased at the belt.
Okay. That's cool. Then I would like to, at the same time as I I would like to grab the potions with one hand and then also take out my claws and around his throat and just, come on.
Make a sleight of hand check first.
That's an 11.
You pull at the potion first, pulling it free from the band, but you can't get a good grip on it. One of them just shatters to the ground. Make your attack with advantage.
I can't read it. Oh, thank God. 16 plus 6.
16 plus 6 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll your damage with sneak attack.
Come on.
So that is claws d10 plus 5 d6.
You get all your new dice.
Okay.
Just wait, just wait.
Please. 14.
14 points of damage as you turn, as you grab the high priest by the throat and you begin to drag the claws across the throat. You feel him grab your hand. Still does a lot of the damage, but pulls it free before it becomes lethal damage. As that potion hits the ground and shatters, that smell is strong. Very, very strong. It's this burnt lavender
Oh, fuck.
smell.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Ah!
And it smells of almost like flowery coal. This weird dichotomy between bitter and sweet. And you realize you've smelled this before. A really, really long time ago.
Oh.
Make a nature check.
Say so.
Roll high.
17.
This smell is strange when it's distilled like this, more potent. But there used to be a time where you had to carry a lot of something that smelled like this, and you needed to hold on to as much of it as possible.
What is it?
Okay.
Oh my god.
I don't know
The
what it is.
Genasi turns after freeing the last person and then just sort of whistles loudly and says, "Mission complete! Mission complete!" And begins. You see the hulking fire Genasi currently like bashing in one of the knights. Turns, says, "Oh, it looks like we're done here." And then turns and
All in a day's work.
runs up, looks towards you. What do you think Lidara is
Her
doing?
reaction to that would probably be to like, I don't know, like kind of just like kick off him and like try to like, she'd be like, oh god, no. And then she would see that no one's there and she'd probably try to like get out as fast as possible.
Okay.
Vincent Renner is still technically inside.
You can try and get out of there and run away using your movement if you'd like.
Yes.
Okay. He'll get a swing at you, but it's not his strong suit. A natural 20 though.
Oh.
Of course.
It's not his strong suit, so it's not going to do a ton of damage. Oh! No, actually.
Well,
He's
no,
built
you shouldn't have said anything to me.
built
Because now I'm like, well.
He's built different.
Like in any other circumstance, this wouldn't have
In
been that
any
big of a
other
deal.
But, like,
But I
circumstance.
actually.
in this circumstance, it's like you're dead.
In this circumstance, this priest has a certain stab block. 30 points of damage.
Yuck.
As swings out a mace and just ka-choom.
30?
Yeah, 30. You still get away and you begin to run as you hear, "You cannot outrun the light." That smell lingers in your head and you can't shake it as you are running. You see, as soon as this person yells out "Mission complete," they run past you, looks back at you and says, "You have a way out of here, right?"
I just came in. I guess. Yeah. Sure.
Mid-fight, says, "Good, don't want to leave anyone behind. Anyways, Astrid Downs, nice to meet you."
Astrid.
Smiles.
I've heard about you.
"Oh, have you? All good things, I hope."
You're doing good work.
"Thank you. Maybe we'll meet again."
Hopefully, if
You-
I make it out of here alive.
You see them rush to the center, followed by a bunch of the prisoners, and you see them wild shape into a giant albatross, scoop up like several of the Genasi, and then just flap upward and break through the dome of the Morning Lord, as the other ones begin to use magic to just like apparate away. You are quickly becoming the only ones left here.
Okay.
That's
okay.
Vincent. That's your turn.
Okay. I'll give you when you get over here.
Okay.
I'll hand you a potion of greater healing, a potion of healing, whatever.
Gotcha.
Take that one from my inventory, remove, cool, and then I'm gonna say get out, and holding Renair's hand, dimension door away.
Main paladin sees this. He's gonna try to counterspell.
I can't
What are you doing?
Counterspell.
Let me see, because I used a lot of spells. Renair's out of counterspells. He used heals. It's up to you. Are you counterspelling back? Are you trying something?
Yes.
Well, it's 5th level, so I do have to roll.
I will be
Okay.
counterspelling at a 5th level.
Before you use it first, you cast a spell at 5th level, Dimension Door, right? Or is it 3rd level?
4th level.
4th level. I still have to roll.
Okay.
So I need to beat 14. This person gets I'll roll it in front of the board. Why not?
Oh lord.
Just to show you. This person gets a +2. So you need to roll a 12 or higher.
I can't even see it.
It's okay, I got you.
What'd they get? Okay. You may have to use the counterspell then. As you feel your energy being dispelled, you can, in fact, use it as a reaction on your turn as well. That is true. It's a strange rule of D&D. Can't cast 2-leveled spells, but you can cast counterspell.
I'm casting counterspell at a 5th level.
You begin to apparate the door. You feel light begin to burn through it and poke holes in this energy, and you turn your hand backwards, snap towards it, and the door fully apparates as you pull and throw you and Renair through it. Now, as everyone leaves,
Dark, get out, please.
Can I do a potion real quick?
go ahead and roll your potion.
Hold on, I'm so sorry.
So greater potion is 4d4 plus 4.
Yes.
44 plus 4. Damn, okay.
Yep.
What is that? So that's 9,
9.
10, plus
14. 14 points of healing to you. We're out of initiative, and I'm going to describe what is happening here.
God. Okay.
Dara. This is a bad idea.
Lidara. Imagery flashes through your mind. That smell, just sick, sweet, childish protests at having to take one every single day. And as you run, you feel your dexterity, you feel your... all of that training begins to just fade away as you are dead sprinting for the door. You wildly look around. You see the Genasis gather with one person and then are out of there. You see groups of them just disappearing, and you quickly realize you are alone. What are you doing?
Can I just really quick make a perception of the room? See what
Make one
is-
with disadvantage for me.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, that was a natural 20.
Let's roll again.
19.
And there's confusion in the room as people disappear, as people escape. You watch as that enormous albatross that was once Astrid Downs shatter as sparkling golden glass falls, and sunlight, now very, very slight, just light, small amounts of light begin to trickle in from above. And as you are running, you see their focuses all turning towards you.
God.
What are you doing?
I want to keep running and get out.
You rush and you run as far as you can with the knights on your tail, running as fast as you can.
I'm gonna come back trying to find her once I'm outside. I'm sure that
Make a reception check.
we would all want to try to help her out.
Where did you all bamf out to?
I probably would have just gone to like the roof. I can't get very far. I can only go 90 feet.
So you are up on the roof. No one knows you're up there.
I would have probably gone to the alley that we killed that dude in.
You are in the alleyway. You hear the commotion of fighting from inside suddenly, slowly coming to a halt. And you hear from inside, find them! And you, Lidara, you bolt out the cathedral door into the morning air, looking around wildly for something, anybody that you recognize.
Do I see her?
If you peek over the side, you can see Lidara below you. Yes.
Then, are there any,
You would have also seen that giant albatross like take out the entire dome and then fly upward into the sky with a bunch of Genasi in its clutches.
then I would probably... Are there like any... Are the buildings very tall? Are there any like light posts?
This building's fairly tall, but it's like 3 stories or so.
Are there any light posts or anything?
Sure, yeah, there are, definitely. This is near the Center Place Market. There's some light posts.
And Lidara's just standing out there, right?
Lidara is in a bit of a bewildered state. There's panic in the stance. Lidara has always kept low, kept very, very calm and very professional in all of her movements. This is a strange time where it looks like Lidara has no idea what to do.
I'm gonna jump down.
Make an acrobatics check.
Well, look, it's
He falls on his
he, like,
face.
splats. So like, oh.
God.
He lands, but he trips. He lands and then he just takes a step and
His bloody nose.
yeah.
Acrobatics?
Acrobatics.
Can I use a luck point?
Of course. Absolutely.
That was not better. 8.
Lidara, you are standing there in pure bewilderment, and Azzurum suddenly just comes falling, does go to the ground. Archie is up there. He's
I'm like, Archie, stay. And then I'm gonna
and then
grab
ducks
you,
down.
and I'm gonna astral hook back up.
Okay.
Okay, as some checks. Okay, you turn back. You send an astral hook up. You see this small rift in space itself just tear, and a hook just dangle, and the whip stretches out as if to meet it. As you are both, Azzurum grabs you and pulls you up. From that fall, Azzurum, you do take 17 damage.
Okay.
Shit.
God.
Because that fucking hurt. But as you pull Lidara up, you are flung onto the rooftop. The hook releases you, the momentum sends you sailing up, and you land next to Archie, who's still manacled. As you are all safe, you see the paladins of the Morning Lord spread out into the streets, ready to hunt you. And that's where we'll end.
Oh, hello again. Did you enjoy the episode? If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out. Also, don't forget to check out our various social medias, such as @TheStringsOfFate on Instagram and _StringsOfFate on Twitter. And if you see Azzurum, tell him that I love him and that I wish he was here very badly, but also that I'm doing a great job of taking care of this cat. That should be it. I'm going to lie down now. This really hurts.